Welcome back to the Deep Dive, your source for all things crypto science. We're diving into AI agents today, those digital assistants that are shaking things up in crypto.
It's not just hype either. These aren't your average bots just following a set of rules. We're talking AI agents that use some pretty heavy machine learning, like LLMs, those large language models, to look at markets, figure out trends, and even create content.
Okay, so let's break it down. We're talking about AI agents making choices and taking action on their own. So what makes these different from the bots we've seen in crypto before?
Well, think about the old bots, like they're just following rules, right? If this happens, then do that. But AI agents, they're more like analysts. They can look at data, use those LLMs and machine learning to make predictions, and adapt to whatever the market's doing. They work with probabilities, making decisions based on what they see happening.
So it's not just reacting to a set trigger. We're talking about AI that assesses the situation and then makes a judgment call. That's pretty wild.
Exactly. AI can analyze market trends, new sentiment, what's buzzing on social media, all of it, to make smarter decisions. It's a big step up from the bots we've seen before.
Now, I remember hearing about this truth terminal AI agent. And, well, it kind of kicked off this whole AI agent craze in crypto. There was this, shall we say, interesting image involved and a meme-based religion. What's the story there?
Oh man, that's a wild one. It all started with an experiment where two AI models were just left to chat with each other, no humans involved. And somehow one of the things that came out of that was, get this, the goatsy gospel. A whole satirical religion based on memes centered around that image. Then Truth Terminal started posting about it on X, Twitter. Mark Andreessen, the co-founder of A16s, he saw it and I guess was intrigued, ended up sending the AI a $50,000 grant in Bitcoin.
You really can't make this stuff up. And then that's how we got the GYT coin, right? Which totally blew up in value. That's got to be the most bizarre origin story for a coin ever.
Absolutely. And some anonymous developer, inspired by all this, created the G-Geode8 token on Solana. And boom, the coin just exploded, hit $1 billion market cap. It really shows how AI, memes, and crypto, they can all just smash together in these crazy, unexpected ways.
Okay, so we've got AI analyzing the markets, making decisions, even creating religions and meme coins. Sounds pretty futuristic, but how does this apply to, like, the average person in crypto? What can they do with AI agents?
That's where platforms like Virtual's Protocol come in. It's on Coinbase's Base blockchain, and you can actually create your own AI agent. Think about it. You could have a personalized AI managing your portfolio, finding new promising tokens, and even writing funny tweets about your favorite coins.
So basically, like having your own personal crypto guru, always on the lookout for the next big thing. Sounds amazing. But how does it work in practice? Do you need to be some kind of coding whiz to make an AI agent on Virtual's Protocol?
Not at all. Virtual's Protocol is actually super user-friendly. You don't need to be a programmer or anything. They use this thing called the GAME framework. It lets agents interact using text, speech, even 3D animations, like giving your AI its own personality and a way to, express itself.
Hold on. So my AI agent could have its own voice and even a 3D avatar. Now that's some sci-fi stuff right there. Are there any other platforms out there doing similar things?
There are. Coinbase themselves came out with based agents, also on the Base blockchain, and these are specifically designed to handle those on-chain activities like trading, swapping, and staking. And they even give you a template to use to make it even easier.
So Coinbase is basically giving people the tools to build their own automated crypto assistants. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. It's about giving everyone access to these sophisticated tools. You don't need to be a tech expert to use the power of AI in crypto anymore.
That's really cool. But while we're talking about all this cool stuff AI agents can do, we got to remember they're not a guaranteed ticket to making bank, right? There are risks involved too, aren't there?
You're absolutely right. Like any new tech, AI agents can be a bit unpredictable. They can make bad predictions, especially in the crypto world, which, is already pretty volatile. You always got to do your own research. Don't just blindly follow any AI's advice, no matter how smart it seems.
So it's like a powerful tool, not a magic money machine.
Exactly. It helps you make better decisions, but doesn't replace you completely. You still need to be involved in your crypto journey, even if you're using an AI agent.
All right, so let's get into the specifics. What are some of the AI agents making waves in crypto right now? Who are the big players?
Well, there are a few that stand out. There's AEBE, an AI-driven platform that's all about analyzing those market trends and finding those potential high-momentum plays. It pulls in data from everywhere, including crypto Twitter, and they claim they have a pretty high success rate with their predictions. Then there's Cerebro, part of the Virtual's Protocol ecosystem. It's all about the creative side, making music, memes, and even NFTs.
So it's like ABA is your personal market analyst and Cerebro is your creative genius. What about Truth Terminal, the one that started it all with the whole goat see gospel thing? What's it doing these days?
Truth Terminal, oh, it's still pushing the boundaries, provocative posts, meme-driven engagement, the whole deal. It's a really interesting example of how AI agents can actually influence the whole community culture in crypto.
It's crazy to think about. We've got AI agents doing everything from market analysis to content creation to, well, stirring up meme-fueled chaos.
Yeah.
It really shows how diverse and just how dynamic the crypto world is becoming.
It really does. And as this tech keeps evolving, we're going to see even more innovative, even disruptive stuff coming out. We're just at the beginning.
All of this is super fascinating. But let's be real for a second. Every technological leap forward has a flip side, right? What are some of the potential dangers we need to keep an eye on when it comes to AI agents in crypto?
One big concern is market manipulation. Imagine a bunch of AI agents all running similar algorithms, converging on the same investment strategy. You could end up with artificial price movements, and that distorts the entire market.
So instead of seeing genuine market sentiment, prices would be driven by algorithms. That's kind of scary.
It is, and it brings up a huge question. How do we tell the difference between organic market movements and those that are being influenced by AI agents? We really need to be mindful of this as AI becomes more and more common in crypto.
That's a really important point. It shows how important it is to do your own research. Don't just follow an AI's advice blindly, no matter how advanced it seems.
Couldn't agree more. Due diligence is key with any investment. Don't let the hype cloud your judgment.
All right, listeners, we've covered a lot of ground today in our deep dive into the world of crypto AI agents. We've seen how they work, explored real-world uses, even talked about the risks. But before we wrap up this part, I want to leave you with something to think about. As AI agents get more and more integrated into crypto, how do you see them impacting your own crypto journey?
That's a good one to consider. Are you excited by the possibilities or a bit worried about the risks? We're going to pick up this conversation in part 2, where we'll dig into some specific examples of how AI agents are being used today and what we might see in the future.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're still going deep on crypto AI agents. Last time we talked about what they are, how they work, and the cool stuff they can do. Now we're going to look at some actual examples of how they're being used out there in the wild, in the real crypto world.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about. We talked about all the potential, but let's see how these AI agents are actually performing in the market.
Well, one area where we're seeing a lot of them is trading. They can automate those trading strategies, analyze all the data, and make trades so fast and precise, it's hard for a human to even keep up.
So like super traders, just crunching numbers day and night looking for those money-making opportunities.
Exactly. For example, there's this AI-powered trading platform called Singularity DAO. It uses AI agents to manage this whole diverse portfolio of crypto assets. And these agents are constantly learning and adapting, tweaking their strategies based on the market, using historical data and all that.
Sounds pretty high tech. So it's not just about following a set of rules. These AI agents are making decisions on the fly, like reacting to what the market's doing.
That's right. They can spot patterns and trends that humans might miss and react to changes so much faster.
Like having a whole team of expert analysts working 24/7 just for you. But what about the risks? We talked about AI agents maybe making bad calls. How does Singularity DAO deal with that?
They have a risk management system. Each agent has a limit on how much they can control. And they also use machine learning models, but also have humans overseeing everything to make sure things are running smoothly and within acceptable parameters.
So it's a balancing act. You get the power of AI, but you still have humans involved to keep those risks in check. That makes sense.
Absolutely. And then there's DeFi, decentralized finance. It's all about letting people access financial services without needing a bank, all on the blockchain.
Right. And how are AI agents changing the game in DeFi?
One big use is in lending and borrowing. Platforms like Aave and Compound let people lend and borrow crypto. And now AI agents can step in and automate all those processes, even managing risk.
So instead of constantly checking loan rates and collateral requirements, you can just let the AI agents handle all that.
Exactly. They can even assess if a borrower is a good risk, set interest rates, and even liquidate collateral when needed. And it's all automatic. No humans needed.
That's pretty amazing. So it sounds like AI agents are making DeFi even more efficient and accessible, which is pretty cool.
Definitely. And we're just scratching the surface here. AI agents are also being used in yield farming, liquidity provision, even insurance.
Wow. The possibilities seem endless. It's obvious that AI agents are already making a big impact in crypto.
They are. And as this tech gets more advanced, we're going to see even more innovative and disruptive applications.
Speaking of innovation, let's switch gears a bit and talk about content creation. We mentioned Cerebro earlier, the one that uses AI to make music, memes, and NFTs. What other examples are there of AI agents getting creative in crypto?
There's this really cool project called Alethea AI. They're creating intelligent NFTs, they call them INFTs, and they're powered by AI agents.
So we're not talking about just a static image or code, right? These are dynamic and interactive, almost like digital pets.
That's a good way to put it. For instance, they have this INFT called Alice. It's this digital being, can have conversations, create content, and even learn new skills.
That's mind-blowing. It's like this weird mix of art, technology, and entertainment, something you've never seen before.
It is. And it makes you think about, like, what does creativity even mean in the digital world? Who owns the rights to stuff created by an AI? Can we even call an AI agent an artist?
Big questions.
Yeah.
And that's just scratching the surface of all the philosophical and ethical stuff surrounding AI agents.
You're right. And we're going to get deeper into that in the next part of our deep dive.
This is getting pretty deep. I'm definitely curious to hear more. But before we move on, there's something I've been wondering.
What's that?
We've been talking about all the cool stuff AI agents can do, but I'm also curious about their limits. What are some of the things they still struggle with in the crypto world?
That's a great question. One thing is just how unpredictable crypto is. AI agents are good at looking at past data and finding patterns, but they can't really predict those crazy, unforeseen events, those black swan events.
So they're not immune to the crazy ups and downs that come with crypto, right?
Right. Another limitation is bias. If the data an AI agent learns from is biased, then its decisions might be biased too. That can lead to unfair outcomes, especially in areas like lending and credit scoring.
A really important point. It just shows how careful we need to be with the data we use to train these AI agents.
Exactly. And we also have to think about security. Someone could try to manipulate the data that AI agents use, or even hack their algorithms.
So keeping those agents secure and robust is super important.
Absolutely. And it's a challenge that developers and researchers are constantly working on.
Well, it seems like there's still a lot to learn and explore when it comes to crypto AI agents, but it's clear they have the potential to completely change the way we interact with and use crypto.
I agree. It's a really exciting field, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes next.
Me too. And in the final part of our deep dive, we're going to jump into the future, talk about some of the big trends and predictions for the role AI agents in crypto in the years to come.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been deep diving into these crypto AI agents, haven't we? Over the last 2 episodes, we've looked at how they work, what they could do in the real world, and even touched on some of the limitations and the risks that come with them.
Yeah, and now we get to look ahead, right? What's the future for AI agents in crypto? What are the big trends? And what are some predictions for how their role might evolve in this, well, crazy dynamic space?
That's what I'm really curious about. Where do we even begin? What trends are you seeing that might give us some hints about what's coming next?
One big one is how these AI agents are being integrated with DAOs. Decentralized autonomous organizations, basically organizations run on the blockchain, governed by rules written into smart contracts.
Right, and how do AI agents fit in with all that?
Well, they can do a lot within a DAO. They can manage the treasury, automate those governance processes, even make decisions for the DAO based on, certain criteria.
So they're making DAOs more efficient, more transparent, maybe even smarter.
Exactly. Think about a DAO that can, automatically change its investment strategy based on what the market's doing, or move funds between different projects based on how they're performing. AI agents can make those kinds of dynamic decisions happen.
That's wild. It sounds like AI agents could be the key to really unlocking the full potential of DAOs.
They could be, and we're already seeing this happening. Projects like Aragon and Colony, they're incorporating AI agents into their platforms.
Interesting. So it seems like DAOs might become even more powerful and complex in the future.
Oh, for sure. Another trend is the development of more specialized AI agents.
What do you mean by that?
Well, early on, AI agents were kind of generalists. They tried to do a bit of everything. But now we're seeing AI agents that are really focused on specific niches within crypto.
Can you give some examples?
Yeah, like there are AI agents that specialize in DeFi arbitrage, finding and taking advantage of those price differences between different exchanges. And then there are AI agents that are all about security, finding, and stopping fraud and other shady stuff.
So instead of one AI agent trying to do it all, we're moving towards like a team of specialists, each with their own expertise.
Exactly. And that's going to make using AI and crypto a lot more efficient and effective.
Makes sense, like having a team of experts, each one really good at their own thing.
Right. And this trend is also happening because we're getting more data and more computing power. As those resources become easier to get, it's easier to train and use these specialized AI agents.
Okay, so we've got AI agents becoming part of DAOs and becoming more specialized. What else is shaping the future of this tech?
Interoperability, making sure all these different AI agents can talk to each other and work together smoothly, no matter what platform they're on or what language they're using.
Right, we touched on this earlier.
Yeah.
Could you explain what you mean by interoperability when it comes to AI agents?
It's about breaking down those walls between them so they can share data, share insights, even work together on big, complex tasks.
That sounds really powerful. But how do we make that happen?
We need standardized protocols and interfaces so they can communicate. And there are some projects working on that already.
So it's still in progress, but there's definitely a vision for a future where all these AI agents can connect and collaborate.
Definitely. And that interoperability, it could lead to all sorts of new applications, things we can't even imagine right now.
It's hard to even wrap your head around all the possibilities.
I know, right? And that leads us to our final prediction. We think that AI agents will eventually become so advanced and so integrated into crypto, they'll basically become invisible.
Invisible. What do you mean?
Like they'll just be working in the background, automating all those tasks, giving us insights, making the whole experience smoother, but we won't even realize they're there.
So like part of the infrastructure,
Hmm.
like the pipes or the wiring in a building, we don't really think about them, but they're essential.
Exactly. AI agents will just be there, silently powering the crypto world.
That's a cool vision of the future. AI agents, the hidden force behind the crypto revolution.
Exactly. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one last thought.
I'm all ears.
The future of AI agents in crypto is wide open. It's full of potential, but we get to shape that future together. As developers, investors, and users, we all have a responsibility to make sure this technology is used for good.
That's a powerful message. We need to make sure AI agents are a force for positive change, not something that causes harm.
Couldn't agree more. And that means we need to keep talking, keep collaborating, and stay committed to being transparent and accountable.
Well said. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've looked at how these AI agents work, how they're being used, the potential risks, and the exciting possibilities.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. And to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this exploration of the world of crypto AI agents. We hope you keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep being part of the conversation about the role of AI in crypto. The future is being built right now, and we all have a role to play.
Stay curious, stay informed, and as always, happy investing.
Until next time, this is The Deep Dive, signing off.